up guys, it's Rogue2 here and welcome back to yet another amazing video in the channel. For today I got a deck profile that I recently took to a regional and I did quite well with it. I came 16th and it was an 89 person event. So I've done some changes that I thought needed to happen and I brought you the improved deck list. Before we get to the deck profile, I have some shout outs to give. I'm going to shout out to Alice, who is the only other person apart from Jeff Leonard that enjoys suffering because she plays Mystic Mine. I'm going to shout out Mark, who does love a cheeky gold Sark and hope that it can resolve in 2 turns. We got a shout out to Cameron, who finds a way to make a combo deck out of anything, 60 card virtual world for the win. And we have Dewi, who is the best Phantom Knight player I know. Just let's not tell him that he's the only Phantom Knight player I know. So without any further ado, let's get straight into the deck profile. So starting off with the Invoked deck, of course we have triple Alistair the Invoker. There's not much to say, he's been around for years. You just normal summon him and you get a negate on board and you always want to see him. So he's the man. We have triple of the Dogmatica Ecclesia. I feel like the Dogmatica version of this deck is the most powerful and the most consistent, allows you to play the most hand traps while still seeing your 1-card combos, which is what this is. So triple Ecclesia, she's insane. You remember you can special her, not use the effect, so that means you're not actually locked into, Dogmatica stuff, which does prevent you from using the extra deck. She's a free special, don't use the effect and you can make your Verte. So that's really nice to know. We got double Maximus. I feel like since Nadir got hit to 2, we play double Maximus. He's a win condition in a sense because it gives you access to the window. And also going first, it allows you to see what your opponent is actually playing, so you can adjust accordingly, which is also really nice. And the one Fleur. I was going to cut him, but he overperformed, to be honest with you, in the tournament. Just the fact that he negates, summons himself, it's really, really nice on a quick effect. So just play the Fleur, search him out in the end phase with the Ash Dragon. For the hand traps, get ready because we do play quite a few. We have triple of the Rock. This is really good paired with another hand trap this format. The Nib plus Imperm Veiler, something like that, basically ends combo decks' turns because they usually set up 1 negate and then you activate Nib, bait the negate, and then Imperm them or Veiler them and clears the board and you essentially win the game from there. And Nib's a light as well, just to help you make Macabre. Triple Ash, just too good to not play, sorry. Just hits everything. Rogue decks sort of die to Ash, and that's why you play triple Ash. He's a fire, helps you make Purgatrio as well. We have triple of the Effect Veiler. This was Forbidden Droplets, but I cut it because every time I saw Forbidden Droplets in my hand and I was going second, I'm like, I'd much rather this just be a hand trap to stop them from playing. If you play lots of hand traps, guys, just remember your opponent won't be able to play, so then you won't need a Forbidden Droplet. So that's the way that I took this deck. And to round off the monster hand traps, we have 2 Ghost Bell. This can be Ghost Ogre. I just feel like Bell is better in a deck like this because they can Crow, for example, your Alistair, and then your Invocation can't resolve. They can do things like that, and I just feel like Bell gives you a bit more protection than Ogre in that sense, but you can swap out Bell for Ogre. And for the last 3, we have triple of the Imperm. Again, just like a Veiler, just really good. And for the last 2 monsters here, we have the 2 bricks, because we are playing the DP engine, but they are worth it because DP alone is just a win condition. He allows you to just gain so much advantage over time. So now we'll be moving on to the spells here. We have triple of the Magical Meltdown, just 3 more copies of Alistair, and also the fact that your opponent can't negate your fusion summons or even respond to the fusion summon monster's effects on summon is really crazy. Double of the Invocation. I was going to cut this down to 1, but I'm not going to lie, playing at 2 came up a lot. They usually banish 1 or Lancia, and then I'd need the second one in deck to search out for the next turn. So double Invocation is still, in my opinion, standard. If you're playing 1, you're risking it a little bit. 2 Fusion Destiny. Of course, this card is just a win con. You usually do this at the end of your combo, so you have like a Macabre and a DP, which is really nice. We have double of the triple tactics talent. This is like a hot take. No one was, expecting the triple tack, and it punished so many players. It was really, really good in the event. So I hit like 3-4 people with triple tack, and then I just saw their hand and I knew exactly what to negate, and it essentially just won me the game. Triple tack, I believe, is really underrated this format. Double Nadir Servant. Again, this you just do at the end of your combos, really. Normal summon Alistair, all that. And then you just Nadir Servant, and it allows you to gain loads of advantage. This card gives you like +2, +3. It's really good. One instant fusion. This is essentially just another version of your call by, because we do play the Millenniumizer strict, and I feel like, you know, ensuring that your Alistair goes through is really important. Also, the Millenniumizer strict can steal DPs, so I feel like, you know, it's useful. And call by is just one of those spells that if you see it, you know, you can usually win the game off it. They try to cypher you, call by, and then you just, you know, extend the handshake from there, because you can do all your combos. The one terraforming, just another way to see Magical Meltdown, to see Alistair. And the last card is, of course, the Shaddoll Schism. So it is 40 in the main, and I will be moving on to the extra deck. For the extra deck here, we have one of the Predaplant Verte Anaconda. He's here for obvious reasons. He gets you DP. You resolve him, you essentially just win the game off him. So we are playing one. We're playing the Secure Gardener and the Almirage. Why are we not playing the Magister's Link 1 and saving an extra deck space? Well, that's because Maximus needs a extra deck monster in the grave to banish to summon himself. So that is why we're playing Almirage into Secure Gardener. It's not as optimal as the Magister's Link 1, but you need to play it this way for your Maximus. Double Macabre, I've seen people play at 1, I don't think that's correct. I feel like 2 does come up quite often. Usually they out the first Macabre, and if you're not going to make the other Invoked fusions, you usually just make the second, so I'm playing 2. We got one of the new Invoked fusion, the Agoides, really handy, probably the second best Invoked fusion monster, I'm not gonna lie to you. Just on summon, he pops something, or whenever your opponent special summons, he will pop something, banish a fusion monster from the grave and gain that attack. So it helps you swing over massive beat sticks like the Agnister Link 6, for example. And we're playing the one Purgatory, as I mentioned before. He just helps into loads of boards when there's loads of those little tokens. He does piercing as well. He just attacks everything and clears up the board. He is really good. So that is it for the Invoked. We have the 1 DP, of course. I don't think this card needs an introduction, guys. The entire format is revolving around this card and Scythe, so really good card. For the Shaddoll package, we have 1 Construct, 1 Apcalone, and 1 Winder. Apcalone serves you to get the Schism in your hand or in the grave. Construct basically grabs you the Schism from the grave, and Winder is what you make off the Schism and win the game. That's why it has win in the name, because Winder just wins you the games. 1 Ash Dragon, really useful. Dump it, and then you can either add to your hand or special summon a Dogmatica monster at the end of the turn. Usually just grab your Fleur de Lis for a negate, and then you can banish it with the Schism as it's a dark to make your Winder. 1 Entis, just free pop, and you can recycle it with the Omega that will be coming up now. So nice. The 1 Millenniumizer strict. If you don't want to play this card, you can drop the instant fusion, play something else, and maybe make this into a Raijin, because that can come up as well. If you flip stuff down with Raijin, like the Winder, you can flip it back up and it can actually attack directly then. So that is a nice tech with the Raijin. But he's really useful. He's essentially a call by. And then of course we have the 1 Omega, just the ability to put it in the grave and then use its effect. You can either shuffle DPs from your opponent's grave back into the extra deck, or you can shuffle back Entis back into your extra deck, or Winder, or whatever you need. And yeah, just really useful card to have. And we do play Gamma in the side. I won't be showing you the side, but you can also make him off Gamma. Of the deck profile, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy my take on Invoked. Of course, if there are any changes you would make, of course, let me know down in the comments down below. I always reply to you guys. You guys are amazing. Smash the like button and please subscribe if you are new. 95% of you who watched this video, you are not subscribed. So please just subscribe. It's free and you'll make my day. So without any further ado, I'll catch you in the next video.
It's time! Let's go!